welcome to today's football predictions of BetCross. Another very beautiful Friday morning, and once again we are back with our predictions on this very channel. We always look at football matches going on across the globe, and we'll select a few of these matches. I also look into the past results that they have. Using those data, we always come up with the verdicts for each of these matches. That's what we do on a daily basis. That's exactly what we're going to do today. All right, in short, we'll be doing that. But I want to use the opportunity to also remind you to join our VIP special group, or put out games that are believed to be, closer to coming up, certainly correctly. All right, and also remember, you can join our VIP. Anywhere you see join around this very video, you can also access our VIP through the description of this very video, where you will see a link that will lead you to our VIP special group. All right, and I always urge you to join. You will not forget that. All right. That being said, without further ado, we head to the business of today, and today we have quite a very important games with big odds today. Quite games with bigger odds, and we're looking at that. The first match for today, it is in Ireland Premier Division, where we have Bohemians who will be up against Galway United. Okay, when you take a look at the stats for each of these matches, you can see for the home side, Bohemians, we've seen them winning 3 matches in the last 6 games that they had, and they've also had 2 draws as well, and 1 loss in the last 6 games. And the away side, Galway, winning just once and drawing 3, but have also lost 2 matches out of the last 6 recent encounters. When you take a look at how the two teams fared from home and away basis, you can see that Bohemians, the home side, have actually had a very good outing from home, winning 7 games in the last 7 home matches. They've had 1 draw as well as 2 losses. And away side, on the other hand, Galway managed just 2 wins in the last 10 away matches. They've also had 4 draws as well as 4 losses out of the last 10 away games that they had so far. All right, and then when you put all that together, also noting the fact that the last meeting between the two sides, which happened in May of this very year, and it was Bohemians who won from away on that very occasion. So we are going with the home side, Bohemians, to do very well here and achieve a good result. We expect Bohemians to either win or draw here, and yet under 4.5. So home win or draw, and under 4. That's what for that very encounter. All right, and we head to the next for today. It is also in Ireland, but this time around in the lower division, Ireland First Division, where we have Treaty United who will be up against Cobh Ramblers. All right, when you look at recent stats for each of these sides, you can see the home side, Treaty United, winning just once in the last 6 games. They also had 3 draws and 2 losses. And when you look at the away side, on the other hand, Cobh Ramblers have managed to achieve 4 victories in the last 6 games that they had so far. They've also had 1 draw as well as 1 loss. All right, when we look at how these two teams fared from home and away basis, the home side, Treaty United, have actually done very well from home. They've had 6 victories and 2 draws in the last 10 home matches. They've also had 2 losses. The last home game they had was against Finham, who saw them losing out on that occasion by 1-0 to Finham. And Cobh Ramblers, their away side, also are doing very well, winning 5 games in the last 10 away games. They've also had 2 draws, but have lost 3 games in the last 10 away matches that they had. All right, the last away game they had was against Dundalk, and they lost by 1-0. But prior to that, we saw them beating the likes of UCD by 3-0 from away. That tells you this is a side that also does very well from away. All right, when you look at how they fared on head-to-head basis, it was Cobh Ramblers who won the last meeting, although they played from home, on that very occasion by 2-1. And prior to that, we also saw them beating this very side from away by 3-2, all happening this year, February and May of this very year. So Cobh Ramblers have actually dominated the last 2 meetings between the two sides, and we are definitely going with the away side, to achieve a result. So we are going with our side either winning or drawing, and yet we're going to see under 4.5 because these two sides, in the recent matches, they've not really, produced lots of goals. So we expect our side winning or drawing and under 4.5. All right, that's our verdict for that very one. And we head to the next for today. It is in Iceland, Division 1, where we have Joyner who will be up against Grindavik. Okay, and we look at the recent statistics for each of these sides. You see that the last 6 have seen Joyner, the home side, winning 2 matches and a draw, losing 3 games. And away side, Grindavik had 2 wins and a draw, losing 3 matches as well, in the last 6 matches that they had. All right, when you take a look at how they fared from home and away base, the home side have not been able to win a single match in the last 10 home matches that they have so far. They've actually managed 3 draws, but have lost 7 matches in the last 10 home matches that they have so far. And away side, Grindavik, on the other hand, playing from away, won 4 matches from away and a draw. They've also lost 5 games in the last 10 away matches that they had. And also what they've mentioned is the fact that for the home side, the last 10 home games that they had have produced over 2.5 9 times out of 10. 9 times out of 10, even though they've not been able to win a single one of them, but have had 9 over 2.5 out of the last 10 home matches that they had. And the away side, the Grindavik, on the other hand, also have experienced over 2.5 once again 9 times out of 10 in the last 10 away matches that they had. So that tells you that over 2.5 is almost a certainty in these very encounters. And when you look at the last meeting between two sides, the last 6 meetings between two sides produced over 2.5. Although the last time they met was May, and we had a 3-3 result on that very occasion. So here we are going with a certain over 2.5, and we're going to go to with definitely we're going with the Grindavik, the away side, who have actually been able to achieve results here. So we are going with the away side winning or drawing, and we're going to see over 2.5. So away win or draw and over 2.5. That's our value for that very encounter, right? And we head to the next which is going to be the last for today. It is in Finland, Waikonen League, where we have EPS will be up against the Atlantis. All right, and in the last 6 matches for the EPS home side, 1 win and a draw, and 4 losses for the home side EPS. And Atlantis, on the other hand, winning 3 matches and a draw, and also losing 2 games in the last 6 games that they have so far. When you look at how these two teams fared from home and away basis, the home side EPS have actually been able to achieve 5 victories in the last 10 home matches. They've also lost 5 matches. When you look at the away side, on the other hand, it is 4 victories and 2 draws, as well as 4 losses in the last 10 away games. So both sides are doing, pretty average in terms of the recent games that they had so far. All right, but again, when you look at the score line, you can see that for EPS, the last 10 home matches that they have also produced over 2.5 8 times out of 10, and for the away side Atlantis, they've had a result that over 2.5 also 7 times out of the last 10 away matches that they have so far. Okay, 7 times I've seen over 2.5. So in this very encounter, we also explored the last meeting between the two sides, which happened in April of this very year, and we saw EPS winning against Atlantis on that very occasion by 2-0 from away. Didn't see over 2.5. But even though the last 5 meetings between the two sides did not see over 2.5, but yet we are going with over 2.5. Judging by the recent results that they're having in here, we expect to see a minimum of 3 goals occurring here. So over 2.5, that's value for that very one. And that concludes it for us today on Betcraft. On the here, but the remainder of these games that we have for you today will be on our VIP special group, where you will see other very, very exciting games that we have there. Do endeavor to join, and looking at this video anywhere you see, join, and also exploring the description of this very video, you'll always find a link that will lead you to our VIP special group. All right, that being said, tomorrow is another day. We'll be back with our prediction on this very channel. I still wish you the very best of luck and hope your ticket goes green. But until tomorrow, keep winning.